Namaste friends, I am Dr. Vikrant Singh Tomar, Global Convener United Consciousness. Mahatma Gandhi once said, be the change that you want to see in the world. World has always seen two forces. Forces which unite us together and forces which divide us. And there has been two approaches towards these forces. Either criticizing what is wrong or contributing in establishing what is right. United Consciousness is a global initiative of Project Self to contribute and establish divine beyond divides with a mission of one consciousness, one being, because it is the same blood that flows in all. It is the same water that nourishes us. It is the same air that enriches us. It is the same earth that holds us. Same space envelops us. When a tiny virus doesn't discriminate between us, let's not let any mental virus divide us. Let's not discuss what happens before birth or what will happen after death. Let's focus on what happens after birth and what should happen before death. How should I live and lead in accord with my true nature? Maharshi Patanjali has established a divine scripture called Yoga Sutram, which talks about me identifying my own true nature, the philosophy of oneness, philosophy of union, uniting mind, body and soul, uniting me, you and all. Because when there is chaos inside, certainly there will be conflict outside. When there will be peace inside, there will be prosperity outside. Yoga Sutra establishes a grand model of 8 steps towards an ideal world. First step being yama, restraints, purifying my external behavior towards others and fellow beings, creating an ethically high society. Second, observations, niyamas, purifying my internal behavior, my understanding towards myself, making me an elevated individual. Then asanas, making a physically fit world with a purified body, a world with no disease. Pranayama, breath regulation, leads to purification of breath and regulation of mind. Pratyahara, sense control, leads to purification of sense and a non-distracted mind. Dharana, concentration, ability to focus on any object at my own will, leads to purification of mind and a focused mind. A regulated, non-distracted, focused mind certainly assures high quality of life. Then dhyana, meditation, ability to focus deep and long, leads to purification of I-ness, leads to culminates into fixing mind on my true purpose of life. And finally samadhi, absorption, purifying self and absorbed in my own purpose of life, reaching the goal of life. Yoga envisages a world where I am individually elevated with niyamas. We establish an ethically rooted society in yamas, physically healthy society with asanas, mentally peaceful world with pranayam and pratyahara, spiritually elevated world with dharana and dhyana, and enlightened being with samadhi. Then only there will be Ram Rajya established. Kingdom of heaven will be established, and that will be a real promised land. So dear friends, United Consciousness invites all of you together between 18th to 26th of June to contribute and witness one of the world's most diversified yoga event, International Yoga Week celebration. Sit back and witness one of the grand masters of yoga philosophy, life coaches, dancers, practitioners, meditators coming together on a common platform from more than 120 countries of the world to contribute in establishing divine beyond divides. So sit back, relax and enjoy and witness and get benefited by this grand event. I would like to extend my thanks to European Yoga Federation, AYT Australia, Yogismo International South America, Project Self Incorporation USA, Spiritual Council in Africa, Siddhashram, Yoga Vidya Germany, Yogalam, World Movement for Ayurveda and Yoga for having contributed in this event. Thank you very much.
Connect, bringing together European yoga teachers and establishing delegates and representatives for each country, considering the social differences in various countries and support the needs, equality regardless of gender, origin, sexual orientation, social class and religion, overcoming dogmatism, fundamentalism to promote universal understanding.
Bye.
Promote, encouraging a yogic lifestyle and a holistic approach to life as a tool for physical and mental wellness, a more spiritually elevated, peaceful, happy and physically fit society.
Integrate and unify, integrating science and the art of yogic living, modern knowledges with ancient wisdoms for betterment of the world and global development. Recognizing, accepting and integrating the many different paths that lead to the same final goal, making sure that yoga will maintain its original purpose. Namaste.
Provide study of secular knowledge, philosophy and ancient text, Bhagavad Gita, Yoga Sutra and Veda. Study of techniques, modern developments in teaching techniques, incorporating scientific findings in medicine, psychology, etc. to guarantee a certain standard, an established graduation system to provide a minimum standard for yoga teachers training.
The unnecessary chasing of demands of the senses and mind lead us to many problems of stress, pain, anxiety, anger, etc. And we, the most sensitive beings, remain away from the true realization of happiness and peace. Project Self Bharat is an organization created for supporting individuals of any background to build a strong foundation for a lifelong wellness. We focus on a holistic view of human personality and aim to bring the body, mind, and spirit into a balanced and healthy state. Our vision is to empower individuals to find harmony, peace, and completeness in themselves. Our program includes the Bhagavad Gita classes. Bhagavad Gita classes is a systematic learning program for a detailed study of Bhagavad Gita. It aims to provide a world-class education program and knowledge base for Bhagavad Gita. In this program, we include the deep learning, a systematic learning program for a detailed study of Bhagavad Gita, inspiring thoughts, inspiring and uplifting weekly messages based on the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, Gita Sadhana, weekly studied practices based on the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, scientific connections, exploration of the concepts in modern science and management that are relevant to the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, Sanskrit musing, a systematic analysis of the Sanskrit terms used in Bhagavad Gita. Project Self also run Vedanta classes. This is a systematic learning program for the study of Vedanta, one of the world's most ancient, broadest, highest and deepest spiritual vision. Project Self Bharat aims to provide holistic wellness program for the overall development of human beings. We offer programs on inculcating human values and moral elevation through the study of Indian scriptures. We encourage good health and well-being by providing the classes on yoga and meditation. All our programs are based on the real challenges and problems faced by the people of 21st century. We are logical and scientifically minded, and the sessions we provide are rooted in a scientific approach. Our language is not religious, contemplative, or mystical, but that of a common person. We believe in universal tolerance and we accept all religions' traditions as true. Our approach is the assimilation of all and not the exclusivity of one. Our programs and services are open to people of any background, irrespective of nationality, religion, and professional background. The Bhagavad Gita says, yoga is the journey of the self, through the self, to the self. Today, we are fortunate to welcome Swami Suryananda Saraswati Ji from Italy. He is the creator and founder of the World Yoga and Ayurvedic Community, President of World Movement for Yoga and Ayurveda of the European Yoga Federation and the C.Y. Surya International School of Yoga and Ayurveda, Vice President of the International Yoga Federation of New Delhi, and a founding member of the European Ayurveda Association. He has been practicing and teaching yoga for 52 years. He has held courses in Italy, India, Greece, France, Spain, Switzerland, and many other countries. The result of years of experience gained in close contact with Indian psychophysical reality, with luminaries of Ayurvedic medical sciences and Eastern monks, and is often present in major congress as a speaker. He authored many books dedicated to yoga and Ayurveda. Kofi Annan has rightly said, we may have different religions, different languages, different colored skins, but we all belong to one human race. So now let's welcome Swami Suryananda Saraswati Ji.
Carissimi, sono troppo felice.
Dear friends, I'm really glad.
Abbiamo fatto tanti eventi insieme, facendo conoscere lo yoga da Ayurveda, ma oggi ancora daremo un esempio di unità nella diversità.
We've been working together during many events, and once again we are here to show and to realize how unity in diversity is important.
Sono davvero felice di aver promosso e realizzato insieme con il dottor Vikram della United Consciousness questo evento relativo alla giornata mondiale dello yoga.
I'm really glad to have promoted and to have realized together with Dr. Vikramji this event related to the International Day of Yoga.
Desidero approfittare di questa opportunità per ringraziare anche tutte quelle meravigliose persone che hanno offerto la loro collaborazione.
And I also would like to take during this opportunity to thank all those wonderful people who offered their own collaboration.
Che non sempre compaiono direttamente in video, ma che tutti riconosciamo fondamentali anche per la realizzazione di questo evento.
That sometimes those people we never appear directly on video, but we all know and we all recognize that those people are fundamental for the realization of this event.
Volevo una volta in più ricordarvi questa cosa che è stata importante per noi.
And once again, I would like to remind you another point, very important.
I 24 membri del Comitato Intergovernativo dell'UNESCO, l'Organizzazione delle Nazioni Unite per l'Educazione, la Scienza e la Cultura,
The 24 members of the Intergovernmental Committee of UNESCO, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization,
riuniti ad Addis Abeba in Etiopia il 1 dicembre 2016,
they gathered in Addis Abeba in Ethiopia on the 1st of December 2016.
All'unanimità avevano deciso di riconoscere lo yoga patrimonio orale ed immateriale dell'umanità.
And unanimously, they decided to recognize yoga as an oral and intangible heritage of humanity.
E avevano diramato un messaggio nel mondo intero recante testualmente queste belle parole riferite allo yoga.
And they brought a message with beautiful words that they were referring to yoga with these fantastic, amazing words.
Designato per aiutare gli individui a realizzare se stessi.
The yoga is designed to help individuals to realize themselves,
alleviare le sofferenze che questi possono sperimentare nella vita e raggiungere uno stato di liberazione.
to alleviate the suffering that the people may experience in life.
Lo yoga è praticato da giovani e anziani senza discriminazione di genere, classe o religione.
Yoga has been practiced by young people, old people, without discrimination of any type.
Esso associa posizioni, respirazione controllata, meditazione, recitazione di parole e altre tecniche mirate a beneficiare l'individuo e il suo stato di salute psicofisica.
It combines poses, control the breath, meditation, the recitation of words, and all other techniques aimed at benefiting the individual and his state of psychophysical health.
Per cui seguiteci durante questo evento. Siete i benvenuti da qualsiasi parte del mondo voi siate, di qualsiasi razza voi siate, di qualsiasi religione a cui apparteniate. Siate veramente i benvenuti.
So please feel yourself welcome and just be ready. You are more than welcome from any part of the world you are from, any type of religion, any type of passion, anything. Just feel welcome here.
Namaste to all.
I humbly thanks Swami Suryananda ji for teaching us meditation practices and giving us useful tips. Thank you very much, Swamiji. I'm feeling grateful to welcome our next guest who is spraying love in all directions and awakening people for realizing the true meaning of inner peace. She is Ms. Amy Bless You, Mahamandleshwar Pandit Yogacharani Swami Gayatri Devi. She's a Yoga Paripurna School Master and UPF Ambassador for Peace recognized by UN, received honorary doctorate by Techno India University and elected as advisor of this university. In 2010, she received the F. Gandhi Simplicity Award at the Mahatma Gandhi Memorial in New Delhi, India. Amy Bless You is patron of the Women International Network Award for Peace and Non-Violence and member forever of the World Peace Development and Research Foundation India. In Italy, she is member of Seta Mondo Association Board of Directors, Milan Department of Culture and contact person for the Rights and Equal Opportunity section. She is founder and spiritual guide in Milan of Suryanagra Ashram, president of the World Community of IC and TD of CUI-DIVA, official Italian Confederation of Yoga and the International Yoga Confederation of Delhi. Co-founder and ambassador of the World Movement of Yoga and Ayurveda. During the last 20 years, she has published her experiences in 12 books. So please welcome Ms. Amy Blissio.
Thanks to Dr. Vikranji and to all is connected in this celebration Yoga Day. The modern society considers yoga no more as gymnastic. Instead, it should be the way to harmonize the body with the mind and spirit, but in the most cases consist of working only on the physical aspect, forgetting the inner aspect of ourselves, our essence. In some school, we work on asana or pranayama. In other meditation, is proposed that term that is generally translating into dhyana, which is not elaboration of thoughts, but is to delete the thoughts. Dhyana should be called abstraction and not meditation. Sometimes there is even the claim to start from samadhi, but we cannot start building a temple from the roots, but from a good and solid foundation. Yoga must start from its roots and origin. In a world of specialization, to know the full aspect of yoga is difficult because having lost the deep knowledge of the origin, they take a small part for expanding it exponentially and calling it inappropriately yoga. And the reason for all these different branches, which converge in the term yoga, are the need of the human being to recover contact to own center with reality in this time where the physical aspect is very important and only appearance is considered as a goal, paying little attention to the inner aspect. Many people go into crisis, feel themselves useless, and then would like to rise, but are increasingly bound by possession and the appearance. A Sufi verse says, the more one possesses, the more one is possessed. They feel the need to find themselves, but many don't know where and how. And they continually search outside what they can find inside, our essence. We cannot be found outside. It is a path, a conscious pilgrimage that takes place within ourselves. Antavikrama in a pilgrimage that we must travel perhaps with the help of our guide, but we have to do the path personally, ourselves. Save knowledge and knowledge it save us. I tell my student, the more you know, the more you'll have means of knowledge. Knowledge is the way to get the realization. Yoga is knowledge that opens mind and makes us grow up and improve from within ourselves. The open mind, not conditioned by any line of thought is like a white light that contains all the colors and illuminates, reviving everything, every color, every aspect of life. And it is a huge help to overcome the suffering of this year of intolerance, of mental clutter, that many people show in their refusal to accept other ways of thinking and living. Actually, yoga is now a very important discipline and much expanded on planetary level. It has become necessary, perhaps more than it has ever been in the past. It is more effective way to get in touch with our own essence. Yoga is a knowledge that's open mind. Sometimes Westerners use the term science to describe Indian systematic knowledge, but this word denotes a typically European American concept. Me too often use the word science to identify yoga because for the Westerner it is a term of prestige. There are some differences, however, between the ways of using this English term as it is used from Indian people. English confuses the humanities, the classic literature, and the arts with each other. In India, there is no jati class dedicated to science, except Jyotisha. In the West, science in general was attested to the Italian scientist Galileo as a conception of knowledge, like an alternative to traditional knowledge, Aristotelian Ptolemaic, and as a synthesis of experience of reason, the acquisition of verifiable knowledge, while in German and Dutch they use science of the spirit. I think this is preferable to use this concept science. Science of the spiritual, science, body, mind, and spirit, that are the concept of yoga, union. So yoga is a science that unites body, mind, spirit. Do we really know what yoga is? There are many variations in yoga, some relevant and some not. In yoga, mind, body, and spirit are integrated as it is in the current term holistic, because everything is contained in the whole. In Isha Upanishad, the Shanti mantra of perfection in the whole, it said, Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishate Om Shanti 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 Om. It explains itself Om, that is complete. This is complete. That is complete. This is complete. From the complete comes the complete. You remove the complete from the complete remains. Maybe not all knows that the zero was invented by the Indians. Here, the meaning of this splendid mantra that use a number. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 for 0, it is 0. 0 divided 0, it is 0. 0 minus 0, it is 0. Human beings are not always ready to learn of accept what others want to tell them. In their imitation, they aren't able to take the true meaning of the principle, even if something that they have intuition that help them to raise their level of consciousness. Sigmund Freud said that yoga has always been aimed at achieving higher state of consciousness. To this goal, the mind is a potential obstacle. Yoga has always agreed with the psychiatry that the mind is a wonderful tool, dispensable not only to operate in the world, but to some extent also from our spiritual growth, that it is the purpose of life. When a certain evolution of consciousness reached, is the elimination of desire, and in this way the mind disappears, giving way to the consciousness of the true self, the universal consciousness. And here we can reach Dhyana. What is said is abstraction. This is why thoughts must be deleted in order to be able to hear the subtle sound of intuition. And it is also for this reason that cannot be called meditation, Dhyana, because it would be an oxymoron. If we want to hear the subtle sound of intuition, we cannot keep the chaos of thoughts in the mind. Meditation is just an introduction to obtain one thought only, as it happened in the practice of dharana, which reduced the chaos to a single vritti modification, that after in dhyana it disappears that too. This is a high state of dhyana, where the silence is required to know that the void which is full. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Satoma Sagamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityormahamritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Thanks to all.
Thank you very much, respected Amiji, for such an elaborative and specific understanding which you provided to all of us on yoga and science. Swamiji.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you.
Sukadev Brits is founder of Yoga Vidya. He knows how to transmit profound wisdom humorously. His special ability is to motivate yoga aspirants to practice intensely, to see a higher meaning in daily experiences, and to bring more energy and heart into everyday life. Sukadev Brits is the author of 10 books, among them commentaries on Yoga Sutra and Bhagavad Gita and the recently published Royal Path to Equanimity. He is quite active, spreading yoga via the internet in yoga videos and podcasts in English and German. Sukadev had spiritual experiences from childhood on. As a youngster, he was fascinated by the possibilities of the human mind and started with regular meditation as a teenager. He used to spend a few times several months in intense meditation and pranayama. In 1992, Sukadev founded Yoga Vidya, now one of the leading yoga movements in Europe. Yoga Vidya has 4 major ashrams, nearly 100 yoga centers, and 20,000 yoga teachers. Today, he lives in Germany, in Hornbach, Mainburg. Get inspiration and energy from this dynamic spiritual teacher. Please welcome Sukadev ji.
Om Namah Shivaya. My greetings to all yogis and yoginis, to all yoga friends and supporters worldwide. Today is International Day of Yoga, a day of celebration, a day of connection, a day of union. Many events are taking place to unite yogis and yoginis, yoga practitioners, yoga teachers, and yoga masters. We are at a time of hope and of despair. After COVID seemed to loosen its grasp on the whole world, hope came. Now war has come to the awareness of many people, divisions became more. Yoga means union, harmony, connection. On this International Day of Yoga, in the midst of the United Consciousness International Week, we from European Yoga Federation and United Consciousness and all the yoga teachers and masters want to send a sign of connection, union, and harmony. My theme is yoga techniques for controlling the mind. Patanjali Yoga Sutra is the basic text for understanding of mind and for controlling the mind. Many of you will know them, most of you probably will know them. Still, it is good to remember a few important sutras. The first is Atha Yoganushasanam. Now the exposition of yoga, or I usually say now the practice of yoga. I think this Atha is one of the most important words if you want to control the mind. When in the morning you decided to get up for meditation and you say Atha, now, Atha yoga, now yoga. When you want to start with the asanas, you say Atha yoga. But also when you're in temptation to do something which you decided not to do, you say Atha yoga. Now is the moment of control. Because Patanjali in the second verse of the Yoga Sutra says, yoga is the stilling of the modifications of the mind. Yoga is controlling the modifications of the mind. And whenever you see your mind is getting wild, then you can see Atha yoga. Now is yoga. If somebody is not nice to you, you have to say Atha yoga. Now is the moment to practice yoga. If something happens which you didn't like, Atha yoga. Now you can practice yoga. So yoga practice is meditation, is asanas and pranayama, and yoga is stilling the mind in every day, controlling the mind in every day. Where do you get the power to control the mind? That is in your own self. Patanjali says in the third verse of Yoga Sutra, Tada drashtu swarupe vastanam. Then the seer abides in his own essential nature. When you practice mind control, if your mind is still, then you experience your true nature. In between thoughts, there's silence. In between the agitation, there your true nature is experienced. And this true nature is one with the divine, one with the world soul, with everything. So it's really worth to control the mind, and it is worth to come to your own self. Patanjali gives lots of advice how to control the mind. He gives in verses 12 to 16, he gives some verses on how you can control the mind in general. He says abhyasa and vairagya. Abhyasa means effort, practice. Vairagya means letting go. So it's important to practice abhyasa. Whatever is helpful to control the mind, that is abhyasa. And vairagya is letting go. You find a similar concept in the second chapter of Patanjali Yoga Sutra. There he defines Kriya Yoga. This means the yoga of practice. And he says Kriya Yoga is tapas, svadhyaya, ishvara, pranidhana. And these three are important. You could say svadhyaya, self-study. Svadhyaya has many meanings. One of them is study of yourself and study of the situation. If you want to achieve self-control, it's good to study yourself, study others, study the environment. Have an open mind, not a closed mind. So many people have preconceived ideas. Ideas about themselves, ideas about others, ideas about their place in life, and also ideas what others are going to do. Keep an open mind, study. Second part is tapas. Tapas, many meaning. One meaning could be do something with effort and with heat and enthusiasm, as tapas also has something to do with heat. Practice. So study, come to a conclusion, and then do it. Tapas. And then comes Ishvara Pranidhana, offering everything to God, or similar to Vairagya, letting go. Not everything is in our hands. We practice tapas, when we study Svadhyaya, we do something tapas, we let go, Ishvara Pranidhana. And among the many things that you can practice, in the third chapter is called Samyama. And Samyama is the practice of dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. And so Samyama means whatever you do, do it with intensity, do it with concentration, do it with full mind. Today we have so many possibilities to get sidetracked. From at least sometimes have full concentration on what you're doing. If you just do these things, a lot has been done on the path of mind control. Again and again say Atta, now, Atta Yoga, now yoga. Then practice, study, let go, and whatever you do, do it with intensity, do it with concentration, get yourself absorbed. Slowly the ability will develop to come into samadhi and realize your true nature. I wish you a wonderful International Day of Yoga. I wish you a wonderful yoga practice. And I will conclude with some mantra for the peace of the whole world. Om, Om, Om. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the whole world attain peace and harmony. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For a few seconds, join in that prayer for peace. May peace be upon all. May the whole world attain peace and harmony. Satgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Many thanks to all the organizers. Thanks to all the yogis and yoginis participating in this International Yoga Week.
Thank you so much to you, dear Sukadev, for your wonderful words. And I want to tell here that in November We will be in presence for the first Congress together in presence in your ashram in Germany. And I am so happy to meet all of the people in this occasion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sadhirji. Thank you very much.
Andrei Lobanov is one of the founders and leaders of the yoga community in Russia. Yoga master with a unique path and experience, who started his yoga practice and research in Soviet time when yoga and other oriental practices were forbidden. Andrei's school became the first official yoga school in USSR and Russia in 1983. He found a way to legalize yoga in Nizhny Novgorod region and played an important part in making yoga legal all over the country. In 1989, he founded the first yoga teachers training school in Russia, which in 2002 became the Academy of Traditional Systems of Healthcare and Human Development and got the license from Ministry of Education for yoga teachers training. He also was the first in Russia to work out yoga therapy educational courses, which were included in the curriculum in foremost medical higher education institutions. Vast experience in yoga, ancient and modern medicine, studying different philosophical and scientific systems enabled him to create a unique multi-level system called Yoga Lamp. It is based on the principles of classical yoga Patanjali, research of scientists, innovators, and original technologies and practices worked out by Andrei himself. The object of Yoga Lamp is to help modern human to govern himself and his own life, to give him effective technologies for self-exploration, self-healing, and self-development, which make him free and independent from different manipulators, political, ideological, commercial, to develop ecological consciousness, which helps us to overcome ecological crisis and save the planet. Welcome, Andrewji.
That edge of recorded time, when men and gods merged and walked the lands of ancient India, reveals a remarkably mature civilization.
Ayurveda is one of the most ancient and most comprehensive system of healthcare that is known to humanity.
We are talking about Ayurveda as a science of enhancing life.
Ayurveda takes us from simple things like diet, lifestyle, daily routine, emotional interactions, slowly and very gently, to a deeper understanding of the self.
The more self-knowledge we have about how we are put together as selves, that will benefit us substantially.
It has such detailed explanations of effects of every single food item imaginable.
These spices alter the quality of the food.
Yoga and Ayurveda, they have their origin in the supreme knowledge of the self.
The Ayurveda is trans-scientific, that it accepts the methods of science but also goes beyond it.
Every time you see a patient, you educate them about themselves.
Empower your patients to be their own doctors.
It is not about prevention and cure, it's about making the body work at its best.
Pure, unbounded intelligence provides the blueprint for the proper functioning of the whole physiology.
And that is the basis of Ayurveda.
You say yes to life, you say yes to things that are supportive of you. And there is inner intelligence within you that is universal that will show you what is right for you.
Намасте.
Namaste, everyone.
Поздравляю всех с Международным днем йоги.
My congratulations on International Yoga Day.
Благодарю организаторов этого мероприятия за возможность общения с вами.
I'd like to thank the organizers of this event for the possibility to communicate with you today.
Тема моего выступления – практика йогасаны.
The topic of my presentation today is asana practice.
Чтобы асана служила духовным целям йоги, она не должна практиковаться как спортивное или физкультурное упражнение.
If you want asana to serve for spiritual purposes of yoga, it shouldn't be practiced as a physical exercise or sport.
Соревнование во всех видах является препятствием на пути к духовному единству с миром.
All kinds of competition are an obstacle on our way for spiritual unity with the world.
Особенно важно исключить соревновательный элемент на этапе практики йога-асаны.
It's especially important to exclude the element of competition in asana practice.
В соревновании присутствует действие ума, эго, личности, содержащие программы выживания в природной и социальной среде.
In competition, there is always activity of mind and programs of ego or personality, which contains programs for survival in social or natural environment.
Соревнуясь, ум совершает усилия.
When we compete, our mind makes effort to achieve a goal, a standard, or a model created by someone.
При этом и проявляются отрицательные качества ума, препятствующие духовному развитию сознания и единству с миром.
And this activates negative qualities of mind, which prevent us from spiritual development and unity with the world.
В практике стандартных асан с участием ума неминуемо присутствует сравнение и борьба за достижение поставленной цели.
When we practice asana according to a standard or a model, there is always competition and fighting for a goal which we want to achieve.
Также присутствует самоутверждение, развивающее эго-тенденции.
There is also self-affirmation, which develops our ego.
Или это сопровождается разочарованием, если цель не достигнута.
Or we feel disappointed if our purpose is not achieved.
Снижается самооценка и вера в себя.
Our self-esteem goes down, and we feel that we don't believe in ourselves anymore.
Программы ума заполняют сознание, не оставляя в нем места для проявления духовного единства и получения состояния единения.
Programs of mind fill our consciousness, and there is no more place for. How can we stop these programs of mind?
Есть подходы, которые помогают устранить проявление ума.
There are special approaches to yoga practice which can stop our mind and stop this activity.
Асаны выполняются как медитативные движения по особой технологии.
Asanas are performed by special technology as a meditative movements.
И преподаватель берет на себя роль ума, проговаривает действия, которые затем выполняет практикующий.
A teacher takes a role of mind, and he says what a practitioner should do and what movements should he do.
И таким образом у практика не создается в уме стандартной модели, которые ему нужно достичь, прилагая усилия и получая вознаграждение, самоутверждение и пользу.
So a practitioner doesn't create a model in his mind and doesn't think about reward or disappointment or any other result of his practice.
Практик заранее принимает условие, что он не выполняет движение, не имея никакой цели, и в этих упражнениях нет никакой пользы.
Beforehand, the practitioner accepts conditions that he has no goal, he has no expectations, and he just makes this movement without waiting for any result.
А так как нет цели, нет правильного и неправильного выполнения.
When there is no goal, there is no correct or incorrect asana.
Нет и сверхусилий по ее достижению, и нет соревнования.
And there is no extreme efforts to achieve goal. There is no competition. We don't compare our asana with other asanas, correct asanas, and there is no competitive element.
Сравнение, самоутверждение и разочарования.
There is no self-affirmation and no disappointment.
Важно действие само по себе.
The important thing is the action itself.
При этом практик наблюдает за состоянием, которое возникает в его уме и теле.
Meanwhile, a practitioner observes the state of his mind and body during asana practice.
Выполняя эти движения, мы отслеживаем привычные программы ума, отсекая их, переводя внимание и не давая им проявляться в практике асаны.
When we practice asana, we watch habitual programs of mind and we stop them and we don't let them to interfere in our practice.
Эта технология требует времени и подготовки.
The technology I will share today requires time and preparation.
В Йога-Лам она практикуется отдельным курсом.
In Yoga-Lam we have a special course to study it.
Я предлагаю выполнить одно медитативное движение, чтобы вы поняли, как она работает.
Now I suggest you to do just one movement, so you can understand how it works.
Сядьте на коврик.
Sit on a yoga mat.
Вытяните ноги вперед.
Straighten your feet forward, your leg forward.
Почувствуйте контактные точки тела с полом.
Feel the contact points where your body touches the floor.
Слегка потяните носки ног на себя, чтобы почувствовать активность в пальцах ног, в мышцах ног.
Pull your toes slightly towards yourself so that you could feel the activity in your legs muscles.
Положите ладони на колени или бедра.
Put your hands on your knees or hips.
Почувствуйте свое дыхание.
Feel your breathing.
Наблюдайте за вдохом и выдохом.
Watch inhale and exhale.
Переведите дыхание и внимание на позвоночник, с выдохом создавая активность в позвоночнике по вертикальной линии вверх.
Move your breath and attention into your spine, creating an activity line on exhale.
Удерживайте внимание на активности в ногах и позвоночнике во время вдоха и выдоха.
Keep your attention on activity in your legs and spine while you exhale and inhale.
Со следующим вдохом и выдохом внимание направьте на руки.
With the next inhale, direct your attention into your arms.
Выпрямите и вытяните их так, чтобы касаться пальцами, кончиками пальцев ног.
Straighten and stretch them so that your fingertips could touch your legs.
Переведите внимание на правую руку.
Direct your attention in the right arm.
Со следующим вдохом поднимите ее на 1-2 сантиметра.
With the next inhale, raise it by 1 or 2 centimeters.
Затем еще на 5-6 сантиметров.
Then 5 or 6 centimeters more.
И еще.
And a little more.
Еще.
And more.
И плавно поднимите руку вверх, вертикально.
And slowly raise your hand vertically, in vertical position.
Удерживайте активность внимания на позвоночнике, на ногах и в руке.
Keep your attention on activity in the spine, in your legs, and the right arm.
Со следующим вдохом переведите внимание на левую руку, поднимая ее на 1-2 сантиметра.
With the next inhale, direct your attention into the left arm and raise it by 1 or 2 centimeters.
Затем еще на 5-6 сантиметров.
And now 5 or 6 centimeters higher.
Еще.
And a little bit more.
До горизонтального положения.
Until it's in a horizontal position.
И затем плавно отведите ее в левую сторону ладонью вниз.
And then slowly move it to the left, palm down.
Удерживайте внимание на активном состоянии ног, позвоночника, правой и левой руки.
Keep your attention on the activity in the spine, in your legs, and the right arm, and the left arm.
Направьте внимание на правую ногу.
Direct your attention to the right leg.
Почувствуйте в ней активность.
Feel the activity in it.
Затем поднимите ногу, отрывая ее от пола на 1-2 сантиметра.
Then raise it on 1 or 2 centimeters from the floor.
И еще на 5-6 сантиметров.
And 5 or 6 centimeters more.
Почувствуйте состояние, которое сейчас есть в асане.
Feel the state of your body and mind in this asana.
Распределяя внимание на все части тела.
Spread your attention over the whole body.
Со следующим вдохом медленно и плавно опустите правую ногу.
With the next inhale, slowly lower your right leg and put it on the floor.
Переведите внимание на левую руку.
Direct your attention into the left arm.
И плавно возвращайте левую руку по горизонтальной линии вперед и медленно опустите ее на бедро.
Slowly move your hand following the horizontal line, move it forward, and then slowly put it on your hip.
Со следующим вдохом переведите внимание на правую руку.
With the next inhale, direct your attention to your right arm.
Плавно и медленно опустите ее на бедро.
Slowly put it on your hip.
Расслабьтесь.
Relax.
Наблюдая за дыханием, откройте глаза.
Watching your breathing, open your eyes.
Благодарю вас за практику. Всего вам доброго.
Thank you for the practice. All the best to you.
Thank you by my heart, dear Andrei, to be with us in this great day of yoga, love, and peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andreji. Thank you, Yulia. Thank you.
I am feeling immensely happy in introducing the incredible learned personality, Andre Riel from France. He is a master of Nidra Yoga and Kashmir Shaiva Tantra. He is a student of yoga since 1972. He first stayed in a monastery in the Himalayas and met many traditional masters studying extremely specific teachings of classical as well as tantric yoga practices. After some years of searching, meeting with Kashmiri Babu, an ascetic from the Shaiva tradition, he underwent a retreat of deep study into the spiritual quest. Also, very touched by his meetings with J. Krishnamurti and Sri Anand Mahima, he studied further important aspects of the inner path. It was the final encounter with Chandra Swami, an ascetic from the Brahmanic lineage of the Udasins, which would give a full understanding of all the teachings studied before. He has been teaching Mantra Yoga, Pran Kriya and Swadhyay. He is a Nidra Yoga instructor for the past 20 years across 5 continents. He is a board member of the European Union of Yoga, founder of Nidra Consciousness, founder member of Indian Yoga Association and director of Nidra Study Centers across the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Andre Riel.
You are audible and visible both, respected Andreji. Kindly begin.
Only that art form which is firmly rooted in nature and all its manifestations, which evokes the innermost yearnings of the spirit and mind, and which is supported by a solid bedrock of theory, can hope to survive the tides of time. That the Raga system is one such art form is beyond doubt. The work of Raga Unveiled lies in fully exploring the realm of Hindustani classical music. Nowhere in the world has the science of sound and music been investigated with such depth and sophistication as in ancient India.
Sound is it's the basis of all our spirituality, all our music, of philosophy. Sound is the beginning and the end of all.
Everything has a sound component associated with it.
A rag is not only the notes in the rags, it is much, much beyond it.
Full of beauty. They are living. You will have to make the relationship with them.
Ragas and raginis were considered to be and are considered to be living entities.
Hello everyone. I'm here to introduce you the new musician, Fabio Bottaini. That is a researcher and musician that studied piano and classical music at the early stage. His research is particularly related to the study of no ordinary state of consciousness, and it led him to discover a new way of improvising music, which he created ecto music. It's a new way, completely way of doing music that is offering and receiving music. So it's not only a passive way of listener, but that actually the participant contribute actively to the creation of the event. Please welcome Fabio Bottaini music and enjoy listening and participating to this great experience. Thank you.
The human qualities include loving, understanding, compassion, respect, gratitude. Yoga brings contentment, happiness, and spiritual realization by developing psychosocial qualities and thereby creates harmony in relationships. Let's further inquire about it in a panel discussion on the topic Yoga and Interpersonal Relationship. Mr. Jadranko Maklic from Croatia. He is Yogacharya, Yoga and Ayurvedic therapist, teacher of Transcendental Meditation and Maharishi's Vedic Science. Manoshadi Bhishagacharya, a herbal scientist, president of Institute of Yoga and Ayurveda. He teaches yoga in Europe, America, India and China. He gained knowledge about yoga from Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, A.G. Mohan, direct disciple of Shri T. Krishnacharya, Maharishi Swami Devmurti Yogacharya, Dr. Mukund Bhole. He wrote 6 books about yoga. Also, he has experience with the application of yoga and Ayurveda to sports, tennis, football, driver, judo, volleyball, etc. For teaching yoga, Jadranko is cooperating with Maharishi Academy for Vedashi Vincent Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga, India, Bharatiya Vidyapeeth Deemed University, European Yoga Federation, and World Movement for Yoga and Ayurveda. Our next guest is Yogi Baba Adnan Ananda Siddhi Viho Kabuk from Turkey. The cultural richness of his homeland nourished his soul and his life journey through matching the logical aspects of the Occident with the emotional aspects of the Orient. He attended many training programs and learning yoga from various teachers, healers, gurus and masters all over India and in the Far East. In 1996, he started to teach yoga in Istanbul and founded a yoga school which he named after one of his gurus, Siddha Ashram Yoga Center. He has his ashram in the Taurus Mountains of Alanaya, Antalya, Turkey, where he teaches classical spiritual yoga. Other than teacher training programs, he also hosts yoga purification camps in his ashram. He has his autobiography by the name Without Disturbing the Silence, The Life Adventure of a Mesopotamian Yogi, published in 2008. In the panel, we also have with us Swami Turya. He is the founder of European Yoga Therapists Federation, which is a private charitable organization to promote and research yoga therapy. He was also behind the creation of famous Yoga Research Center of Madura College, Madurai. He has customized and devised courses on yoga therapy at university level. He has trained more than 7,000 students in yoga therapy. After his 15 years of yoga therapy teaching in academic institutions, he founded the Turya Ashram in Western Ghats of South India and trained international university students from all over the world in yoga therapy and yoga psychology. Under his guidance, Yoga Psychology magazine was published. Some of his students are practicing and working as yoga psychologists in US and in Europe. Swamiji is a firm believer of Guru Parampara tradition and science behind yoga practices. The yoga knowledge of Swamiji was influenced by the teachers like Maharishi Aruna, Yog Ratna Padma, Swami Niranjan and Swami Shiva Yogam. Swamiji, in collaboration with mental health institutions of South India, has designed yoga-based intervention techniques for differently abled children in schools and schizophrenia management centers. Swamiji is the academic and yoga consultant for a number of mental health institutions in Tamil Nadu. Swamiji has authored a number of books and has presented selected papers on yoga therapy and yoga psychology. His major publications include Administration of Yoga Therapy Modules, Yoga Therapy Diabetic Management, Yoga Psychology Diagnostic, Yoga Psychology Lessons. Panel, we also have with us Ms. Anna Gelovikova. She's founder and chairman of Slovak Indian Friendship Society and coordinator of the projects. As director of Mental Health Center in Liptov Jakobovani, she has been leading training for the psychophysical and psychospiritual awareness. She has developed the relaxation and stress management training methods. She has been running yoga courses in many towns in Czechoslovakia since last 52 years. Dr. Anna is also a chairman of Slovak Anti-Poverty Network and executive coordinator, European Anti-Poverty Network in Brussels. She's a co-founder and chairman of Parliament World Religious Slovakia. Today's panel discussion will be moderated by Dr. Vikrant Singh Tobar, convener United Consciousness. Dr. Tomer is an acknowledged trainer, academician, scholar, writer, and a management consultant. He's a freelance trainer and served the cabinet ministers of state, MLAs, police officers, and tycoons of the business world. His aim and objective is universal brotherhood and happiness through harmonizing the knowledge from the ancient scriptures into our lives. So I welcome all our guests for panel discussion.
Namaste, respected guest. We acknowledge your presence, Baba Yogi Babaji. We acknowledge your presence, Swami Turuyaji. We acknowledge your presence, Anna ji, and we acknowledge your presence, respected Jindrangoji.
Namaste.
And
Namaste.
your audience from different parts of the world. I wish, on behalf of European Yoga Federation and United Consciousness, everybody of you watching us from different parts of the world, very happy, healthy International Yoga Day. What a great time today to have the discussion on the significant topic.
Dr. Vikrant, your voice is very low here. I don't hear much. I don't know why.
Am my voice okay, Anna ji, Jadranko ji?
Yes, I listen to you. Yes. Very good.
Then I check my own phone and I'm on connection.
Perfect. So we are going to discuss a very significant topic today, and the topic is yoga and interpersonal relationships. As they say, that theories have to practice in real life. Mental issues, sadness, depression, tension, these have become a common vocabulary words nowadays. So how yoga can contribute in healing interpersonal relationship is the topic of our discussion today. So let me begin with Yogi Babaji. Babaji, what in your understanding are the major concerns of interpersonal relationships today in 21st century world? What are the major concerns of interpersonal relationships in 21st century world? Till Yogi Babaji fixes his system, may I ask Swami? Yes.
Is that my turn, Dr. Vikrant? Because I didn't hear very well.
Yes.
But you hear me well?
Yeah.
Okay. Indeed, is a very good subject. Yoga, the interconnection of our life, our management with life. I have always talked with my students that yoga balances all the system. We have 7 bodies, then we take it down to 3 bodies, the physical, mental, and spiritual, because in the yoga system, 7 lifts of yoga, if you don't talk about the Sahasrara chakra, it develops our inner world. The first yama in yama, actually, it integrates all the system, inner world, our balance, our harmony, and then it also integrates it and combined with outer world. So we become in harmony, but just because yama and yama even will do that, so we don't have confusion when we have to take a decision in life. Because the subject of this yama and yama subject, we try to control our anger, jealousy, hate, greed, fear, ego. We cannot completely control them, but we can transformate them. We can turn them around, make them more positive. We can become more brave, more courageous, more generous, more love-giving with compassion. So when we do this, which is yoga is doing it by so much breathing exercises, pranayama, and also the inner education which yoga gives to us with the whole complete system. When we go into inner subject as meditation, concentration, pratyahara, etc., it balances our 3 systems. This is the most important thing. When we are balanced, we become one body. We are not any more 3 bodies or 7. We become one body. When we become one body, then our mind is calm. So we don't have any confusion to make decisions in our daily life. We are always balanced. This is what's always yoga talk about. We should not be affected by outer whatever happened to us, because this is only outside. Inside, we are in harmony. So we can be always in peace. And
Thank you.
luckily, yoga has the perfect system for that. As I have tried many different systems, there is no system in the world to give this harmony between three bodies and bring the person to oneness, become one with all his bodies, so he doesn't have any confusion and any whatever happened in the world. So he can always have peace and be productive in his action and decisions.
Thank you. So, Yogi Baba Adnanji mentioned the importance of yamas and niyamas in assuring better interpersonal relationship. He also said that out of three body, that subtle body, or you may also call in a way Manomaya Kosha, that really is something that really plays an important role in a smooth interpersonal relationships. I'll ask Swami Turiyaji, in brief, Swamiji, what do you think is the major reason of disturbance in the interpersonal relationship in our century, in our times?
Thank you, Vikramji. I hope you can hear me. And yeah, and I really appreciate this panel, because it's actually the need of the time, because after COVID, literally interpersonal relationship is going down in most of the countries. And I think this we really have to talk about how yoga can play a big role in improving the interpersonal relationship. And recently, I think in around 500 business companies, they have done a research about how in the future business can survive like that. And one of the major things that they discussed is actually interpersonal relationship, because in the future, if you really want to succeed in business and in relationship, interpersonal relationship is very, very important. Without that, you cannot even lead a company anymore. That is so in Europe and in America, most of the big companies like a Ford and Philips and other thing, they make it as a part that interpersonal training, and they call that as emotional intelligence training. In reality, actually, it is yoga has discussed emotional intelligence long time back than anyone even ever coined the term emotional intelligence. Because in the five koshas, basically we talk about Annamaya Kosa, Vijnanamaya Kosa, Anandamaya Kosa, all the kosas. Yoga was the first actually to direct how emotional balance is very, very important in interpersonal relationship. Like recently, I was giving another lecture about among the youths how interpersonal is very important. It's very surprising that that interpersonal relationship, like I will say a few points, then you can see how it actually affects. First of all, if you don't have a right balance in interpersonal relationship, it affects your body functioning, like how the way the body your functions, and the way the metabolism in the body works is very much important. And secondly, self health. When you don't have a good emotional balance, or when you don't have a good interpersonal relationship, you are not very much cared about how to keep your self image, first of all. And yoga plays a very important role in that, because without when you begin to do yoga, it gradually reorganizes your metabolic rate in such a way that you gain confidence in your body, and which makes it possible for you to have a good self image. Because in the West and in most of the time, the biggest problem now we are facing is self-image problem. Because in the marketing industry, in the beauty industry, they create a big image of among the young people and among other people, that your body image is not actually the right image. But on the other hand, yoga begins with your body image. It's very scientific that when you begin to do yoga for a like we call it in India, like one mandala for 48 days, something like that, then you literally change the perception. You gain confidence. And another important thing is life satisfaction, because like the psychologically speaking, we're always having anxiety about this and that. This has to be done, that has to be done. I want to be like this, I want to be like that. So what happens is you are always living with anxiety. The first important element that yoga does to your body is it removes the anxiety. It gives the mental balance in such a way that you are really not part of the crowd anymore. You are standing out of the crowd and watching how the process is evolving. So you already gain some kind of a self-awareness. That is another thing. And one more thing is the positive behavior. That's a very big importance in interpersonal relationship, because when you don't have a right behavior, you cannot make a relationship with someone, or even you don't have a friendship with anyone. So the positive behavior. So they say that, like, when you do yoga, like, in India we always say that God is everywhere. You can find a God in animate subject, inanimate subject, even in a tree, like that. You begin to have a positivity towards another human beings and another living things. That is very important. Like, when you want to have a good interpersonal relationship, if I don't value the person who is sitting opposite to me, or the person who lives with me, or the person who is a friend of me, then there is no possibility of having an interpersonal relationship.
Thank you. Thank you. So Swami Toria also mentioned about that since Taittiriya Upanishad talked about emotional intelligence for the first time in terms of 5 koshas. And then he also mentioned about the benefits of having healthy interpersonal relationships and disbenefits of not having healthy interpersonal relationships in terms of body, metabolism, satisfaction, and even positive psychology and positive behavior. He also raised one important point, what Yogi Babaji said about the balance between 3 bodies. And he also mentioned the importance of feeling oneness with other beings. Now, after having understood this, I will come to Dr. Anna. Dr. Anna, it has been understood that yoga can contribute in developing better interpersonal relationships. Now, the question comes, how? What exactly should be done? So we have our viewers from different parts of the world. They want to listen from you how yoga can contribute, what should be done. So very practical, if you could answer us how yoga can directly contribute in making my relationship better with my spouse, with my friends, with my neighbor, with my colleagues in office, and with the environment around me. Over to you.
As we know, yoga is a very ancient system based on Vasudevam Kutumbakam Vedic mantra, we are one world, one human family. And even today, genetic science supported this Vedic mantra that we are not 7-8 billions people as 7-8 billions little trees, but we are one tree with 7-8 billions branches. So now we should understand this root of yoga, this basic Vedic mantra that we are one human family. And when we understand that also it is wisdom of ancient India, Maya, that world, outer world is Maya, Fata Morgana, illusion. So when we focus on this reality that we are one, but we see physical bodies, various another, our people around us, various people around us has another physical body, another face, another names. So we are now catched in this Maya. And what we need, put spirituality in unity with science and with genetic science, and recognize this unity in diversity and diversity in unity, what is also main idea of our United Consciousness organization. More, when we do this inner transformative process, no more focus self-centered attitude, no more focus on our ego. So then very much good positive approaches we will create and develop towards other people. Also, law of karma can very quickly help us when we understand law of karma. It means, as we learned at school, law of action, reaction, boomerang effect. So we can begin with good deeds, helping other be good, sattvic person, and then again inner transformative process will be done, as told, for example, Swami Tureya or Yogi Baba. That we become aware of harmony, and we become able overcome separation of heart and brain or head, and together we will be again harmonious and good.
Thank you. Dr. Anna mentioned that yoga, it bursts it bursts Maya, and when it bursts, you see beyond these limited identities and the labels we put on each other, and it declines our ego, and it helps us to connect with everybody in the spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And it also teaches us law of karma, and we are out of that victimhood feeling, perpetrator or victim. We see the bigger picture, and it really helps us to make interpersonal relationship better. We'll come to Jadranko ji. Jadranko ji, having understood that yoga gives us a bigger picture, but the point here, I may speak very good about how we should have good relationship with another country, but my relationship with my next door neighbor is not good. How yoga can contribute in making my relationship better with my next door neighbor or my colleague in office? What should be done? Jadranko.
Yes. So I would like to say that the basis of relationship is the inner relationship. So how we relate to us, this is the way how we relate to the others. Whatever we are doing to us, we are doing this to the others. Or we can say the way we behave to others, this is also the way how we behave to us. Because the state of the life is the unity, and there cannot be the other way. So if we are in ignorance about our true nature, if we live avidya, the first klesha, then we are also in ignorance how to relate in a yogic way to the other people. So that's why the most important part of the practice of yoga is to remove avidya. And this is through the realizing our true nature, tada drashtu svarupe avastanam, what Patanjali says. So this is the main key, how to improve the relation with the other people. Then all the qualities of yama niyama, which are the qualities of samadhi, or that qualities of our true nature, will be enlivened in our consciousness. And then we will be expressing this in our behavior towards us and towards the others.
Thank you.
So otherwise, if this avidya is there, then there is a wrong identity, asmita. We think we are this ego, and the ego is just the instrument for our soul. We are losing relation to our true self if we are living in the state of the ego. And then from that point of view, that ego, when it comes into the udara state, which is, Patanjali says, one of the strongest manifestation of asmita, it turns into the mada, or egoism. So then that egoism is great obstacle for the interpersonal relationship, and also for the ability of person to create healthy relation within himself. And then from that comes raga, becomes craving, and strong passion, craving, and kama, and all kind of these shatripus, or the six enemies, are born in us. These six enemies, the hatred, the all jealousy, and everything became born in us when the kleshas come to the udara state. And then we are projecting those enemies in the outer world, to other people. And then we start fighting with the people, and the interpersonal relationship is in a very bad condition. So how to remove those enemies? Just make kleshas reduce their intensity in your life. Klesha tanukarana, that Patanjali says. Then this is the way how to remove those enemies. In ourselves, and also then we will be able to create more harmonious relation with other people. There will be more peace, understanding, mutual, and everything. That's why the yoga has a key to that. So first thing is Patanjali Yoga, realize your own self, true self, unity, state of yoga. Then Karma Mimamsa, find diversity in the state of unity, analysis of action on the level of unity or yoga, and then you can live yoga in diversity with Vedanta. It leads you to the Vedanta.
So,
Yes.
Jadranko ji has mentioned the complete philosophy and the cycle, how avidya leads to kleshas and how kleshas leads to shatripus, and then the projection we have on others, and this is how it gets spoiled. And as a solution, reduce kleshas. And he talked about karma mimamsa. Yogi Baba Adnan ji, as they say, it is easier said than done. So, after having understood that these are kleshas, how can I reduce that? It is understandable that yes, avidya should be reduced and I should go for vidya. But people who are watching us, how should they practice gaining vidya, removing avidya? Some practical executionable tools, Yogi Baba Adnanji, that people can do from tomorrow itself. Some practical tools that people can do from tomorrow to reduce avidya. Practical executionable tools. Please, Babaji.
Yesterday, I was staying in a taxi, and I was talking to the taxi driver. I saw him a little nervous, and he was not happy. Whatever he was doing, he was a little unbalanced. And I told him, my dear friend, there's many easy ways to be calm. I can, if you permit me. Oh, he said, yes, of course. I said, when you feel angry, when you feel disturbed, when somebody didn't treat you well, and you have headache, when you feel uncomfortable, don't feel good, just do one thing. Take very deep breath and exhale very slowly, and do it 3 times. This has to be done. I call it the aspirin of yoga. Do it 3 times. It's fine, but you have to take it very deep and exhale very slowly. I said, this is what you should have to do. And you have to drink water enough every day in the taxi, because you don't go out, you stay without water. I'm trying to advise him practically, what he can do. And this is what I do all the time. Simply, this is the simplest way, of course. Now, I would like to say one little, very short story about a king who invited one wise man. He told him, well, I'm a king, I'm running the whole country. I don't have time to learn about wisdom. And you have had all the world time, and you became wise man, and everybody respect you and ask you about life, but nobody respect me for that. I'm only running the country. Can I learn something about wisdom? So, okay, the wise man say, okay, you bring me 1 spoon, and we fill it up with oil, full oil to the top. And now you have in your palace maybe 40 rooms, I don't know, many, many rooms, and you have sculptures, art pieces, etc., very rich, valuable stuff. Now you have to enter your palace and go through all the rooms and see what you see, and you come back without dropping the oil. So the king goes around, and after some times he come back, he say, okay, what did you see? He said, the king said, look, I didn't drop the oil. He said, hey, what did you see? I don't remember anything. I didn't see anything. So life is to see everything, to be aware of everything, but not drop the oil. This is what wisdom is about. It's mentioned in this wise man subject.
Thank you very much. Baba Adnanji gave us 3 practical tips. First is take a deep breath. Second is drink enough water. And third is be witness. Witness, see life with a sakshi bhav. Witness it. So, may I ask now?
Also, I may, sorry, okay, I must add something. Because personally, we all of us doing yoga practicing, all of my friends, brothers, sisters here, we are balanced to a certain level. So we can control our emotion and mind. So we have more comfort in our practical life. But we cannot expect this from an ordinary man. So when I face different people on the street and I see they are not so peacefully as I feel, and they do something wrong, I do not blame them. And my friends around me tell me, look at this bad guy, what he did. And I say, he's not a bad guy. This guy doesn't know better. If he knew better, he will not do that. Inside him, he doesn't have the balance of peace, so he doesn't know how to handle it. So we are only responsible of our own word, mind, and action, and the others are equal. But when we have balance in ourselves by thank yoga, we have this control. But an ordinary man doesn't have this chance. He's always disturbed. So we need to teach yoga to the whole world society. And I always believe and say, the world peace can come only with yoga education. And this is the solution for the world peace. And no war will happen anymore. If
So
everybody
Baba
does
Danji
yoga,
mentioned
there will be
about
no war in
no
the world.
blaming and blessing the world. Swami Turiyaji, some practical executionable tips how to improve interpersonal relationship from tomorrow onwards.
Yeah. So yoga, basically speaking, like how to improve interpersonal relationship. First thing that yoga says, you have to be a witness, like witnessing the moment. So most of the time we rush to make a quick judgment about others because we are not standing still and witnessing the moment. So my guru used to say, before speaking out loud or before judging someone, like do 3 rounds of pranayama, like Yogi Baba has said, then you speak out loud. And by the time you already know what happened inside. And second advice is, all my guru used to say, yoga is the only science that actually teaches us how to think like from others' perspective. Always we think through our own perspective, how we see the things and how we judge the things, like that. But yoga says, why don't you shift your awareness to the other person and think like him? So most of the time, if we begin to think like other person, why he did that or why he has made such a mistake or whatever, already you are calm inside. First of all, when you approach anything with the calmness of the mind, already that the problem is solved. That is the important thing. So yoga gives you the inside more calmer mind. And another important thing about yogic science is, most of the psychological practices are since I'm a psychologist basically, so most of the psychological practices, psychotherapeutical practices, they all focused on how to make your ego in a way that you identify your weakness. But yoga teaches how to soften your ego. That is important thing. That is total deviation from the Western psychology. Yoga tells you how to have a soft ego, how to approach others in a soft manner. That is important. That is why yoga plays a very important role in the future of psychology. That is why now we are in a process of talking about interpersonal relationship, which is a major domain in psychology. So that is my tip for stand out and watch the movement.
Perfect. Swami Turiya mentioned many other things. Witness the moment. Don't judge others. 3 rounds of pranayama. See others' perspective also and soften your ego. May I ask Dr. Anna very practical executionable tips which people can do from tomorrow onwards to improve their interpersonal relationships? Dr. Anna.
I propose positive thinking. It means in my country we used to tell, when a glass is half filled, please see glass half full, not half empty. And it is we can learn also small child, my grandchild, 8 years old, was able to learn this and practice this, and also criticize me when I was not positive thinking. So please, we could help each other. Then today is 21st June, International Day of Yoga. Not only bow and thanks to our gurus and ancient gurus and rishis, but also to do some step forward. So we all should tell ourselves that, for example, I become a better mother, better grandmother, somebody better father, better husband, better grandfather, or better boss, better worker. And through small steps, we do great change.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Anna. And now I'll come to Jadrankoji. Jadrankoji, your practical tips. How to improve interpersonal relationship, executionable tips, which can be done from tomorrow.
Yes, so I would suggest everybody to practice any aspect of the yoga, because yoga is perfect in all its aspects, whether it is asana or pranayama or meditation. It will lead to the yoga sthita vritti nirodha, that you reduce all the activity in your consciousness, and then you remain awake and realize your true self. And at the same time, the message for the International Yoga Day would be love, live, and forgive. To apply this in life.
So that's great. So, dear friends from different parts of the world who will be and are watching us today, we have amazing panel of experts. I wish I could have listened them more, and I know that everybody of you also must be thinking about it. Just to summarize what we discussed today, Yogi Baba Adnan ji started the discussion saying that yama and niyamas are most important pillars to improve interpersonal relationship, having balance in life and connecting this coordination of three bodies we have and seeing oneness around. Swami Turiyanand said that Swami Turiya mentioned about the importance of emotional intelligence has been mentioned in the scriptures in Taittiriya Upanishad, and furthermore, he mentioned about the positive impacts of a better interpersonal relationship and what happens when they go down. And he also said when you see oneness in all beings, then relationship really become better. And this is what Dr. Anna also mentioned about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. She said that Maya is something that keeps us in illusion. When you see beyond Maya, you see beyond labels that we put on each other, and you go beyond your limited identity called ego. And then when you see the law of karma, you see the bigger picture, and then you come out of this victimhood or the perpetrator, you know that everything is happening for a cause, and then you feel relatively better. Jadrenko ji really gave us a complete picture. He said because of avidya, this all happens. Avidya leads to asmita, and then it comes to in form of mada, raga, dvesha, shatripu, and then we start projecting. As he said that your inner relationship will be projected in your outer relationship. So make your relationship with yourself better, know who you are, know your swabhava, and then you do karma mimansa and analyze your every action. In terms of practical tips, we got excellent practical tips. As Baba Adnan ji said, take deep breath. Whenever you are feeling emotionally elevated, take deep breaths, drink some water. And he also said that he gave us an example of a king that focus and witness. Don't drop the oil and lead your whole day, and witness everything around. Don't get attached but connected with everybody. He said don't blame others, take charge of life in your own hands, and instead of blaming, blessing others. And that is how you can make your interpersonal relationship better. Swami Turiya said witness the moment. He said don't judge. As Mother Teresa said, we don't have enough time to love each other. How get people get time to judge each other? And he said do 3 rounds of pranayama and swap the roles. See from other person's perspective, you'll feel better. Soften your ego. Anaji said that see positivity in everything. There is some bigger scheme that is happening, and there is some bigger cause for which everything is happening. And if you really want to make a better world, do better in every role you perform. And this is how you can contribute in creating a better world. And then the Jadren Koji said that by doing all these things, your chittasya vritti may reduce. And then you'll be peaceful within once who is at peace with self, will be peace with others also. And the message he wanted to give is love, leave, and forgive everybody else. So let's love each other. Let's live properly in this world happily, and let's forgive each other for every mistakes we commit. Thank you very much, audience, to see us, and thank you very much, respected guests. Namaste.
Thank you, Dr. Vikrant. All the best to our brothers and sisters.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And please, all the viewers, stay on the line and continue this amazing thing. Please don't miss anything. And because the United Yoga Consciousness, they make really a big effort to spread the message of love with a scientific background. So please follow them.
Volevo dire una cosa. Caro Yadranko, caro Swami Tureya, cara Anna, caro Yogi Baba, caro dottor Vikrant. Voi siete tutti i nostri consiglieri dell'European Yoga Federation.
Dear Yadranko ji, Swami Tureya, dear Anna ji, dear Yogi Baba Nan, dear Dr. Vikram ji, you are all representative at the European Yoga Federation.
Voi siete come delle luci che illuminano la via.
You are like lights that are lighting up the way.
È grazie a voi che in questo ultimo anno siamo cresciuti nell'European Yoga Federation e siamo diventati una grande realtà.
And I have to say thanks to you that we've been growing as a European Yoga Federation. And during this last year, we've been going higher and at a higher level.
Vi abbraccio tutti. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
I really would
Thank you,
like to...
Madhuji. Love to you from Turkey.
Blessings, your blessings, Swamiji. Thank you very much.
Hello, now is the time for a dance, for a beautiful Kataka dance from Rosella Vanelli. She's the expert in yoga and psycho-body technique from India. She lives in Vicenza in Italy, and she's the founder of the Kataka Italia School. At the present, she's a professor of the India Performing Arts and Kataka Dance at Conservatory in Vicenza. She's been described by the international press as an Indian soul in an Italian body. Please enjoy Rosella Vanelli dance.
Like an offer to you and the beautiful art, which is our energy and which is our power to a better world. Namaste.
Go.
Sono adesso felicissimo di presentare il gruppo che segue.
I'm so pleased now to introduce the new group that is following.
Fino a prima del Covid ci trovavamo in un grande parco a Cagliari, che è la capitale di un'isola indiana.
Before the COVID, we used to meet all together to practice yoga in a big park in Cagliari, that is the capital of Sardinia, in Italy.
Eravamo 500 persone per una lezione.
We were even 500 people for just one lesson.
All'interno di questo immenso gruppo c'erano dei musicisti.
Between this big group, there were some musicians.
Spontaneamente si sono riuniti, hanno imparato a cantare, a fare kirtana, hanno imparato a cantare da noi e spontaneamente si sono formati, si sono dati il nome di Surya Chandra Soul.
Spontaneously, they just start to link together, to start to sing together, make the music with us, singing with us. And spontaneously, they just create this group, Surya Chandra Group.
Quello che è certo che loro fanno partire la loro musica dal cuore.
What is sure is they start the music from their heart.
Vi presento a me molto cari questi musicisti, il gruppo Surya Chandra Soul.
Please let me introduce this group. I really love them and really keen to present them, the Surya Chandra Group with the music.
The Bhagavad Gita says, yoga is the journey of the self, through the self, to the self. Today, we are fortunate to welcome Swami Suryananda Saraswati ji from Italy. He is the creator and founder of the World Yoga and Ayurvedic Community, President of World Movement for Yoga and Ayurveda of the European Yoga Federation and the C.Y. Surya International School of Yoga and Ayurveda, Vice President of the International Yoga Federation of New Delhi, and a founding member of the European Ayurveda Association. He has been practicing and teaching yoga for 52 years. He has held courses in Italy, India, Greece, France, Spain, Switzerland, and many other countries. The result of years of experience gained in close contact with Indian psychophysical reality, with luminaries of Ayurvedic medical sciences and Eastern monks, and is often present in major congress as a speaker. He authored many books dedicated to yoga and Ayurveda. Kofi Annan has rightly said, "We may have different religions, different languages, different colored skins, but we all belong to one human race." So now let's welcome Swami Suryananda Saraswati ji.
Il nostro tema è di parlare delle tecniche di meditazione, in particolare della meditazione trascendentale.
Our theme today is talking about meditation and particularly about transcendental meditation.
Perché la chiamiamo meditazione trascendentale?
Why do we call it transcendental meditation?
Molto semplice, perché è il tentativo di trascendere l'ordinario.
Because it's the dative of transcend the ordinary world.
L'ordinario è quello che noi sperimentiamo con i nostri sensi.
The ordinary is whatever we experience with our senses.
Ma la meditazione ci fa scoprire un'altra realtà.
But the meditation will allow us to experience another level.
Quella che io considero la realtà con la R maiuscola.
Is what I do consider as a reality with a capital R.
Perché la considero la realtà con la R maiuscola?
Why do I consider it as the reality with the capital R?
Perché è l'unica condizione permanente.
Because it's the only permanent reality.
La meditazione ci consente di conoscerla, di toccarla con mano.
Because the meditation will allow us to know it and to feel it with our hands.
Perché considero questa l'unica realtà permanente?
Why do I consider this as the only permanent condition?
Mentre il resto è tutto impermanente.
While all the rest, all the other things are impermanent.
Questa realtà l'ho portata, sono venuto nella mia vita con questa realtà e me ne vado dalla mia vita solo con questa realtà.
It's very simple because we get into life with only this reality. And when we will leave this world, we will live just with only this reality.
Di certo, quando lascerò questo pianeta, non porterò con me il cellulare, non porterò con me la televisione, non porterò con me la mia macchina, non porterò con me la casa che mi hanno lasciato i miei genitori, non porterò nulla se non questa sola realtà.
When we will leave our body, we will leave this planet. For sure, We will not leave it with our mobile phone, television, with our car, with the house our parents and relatives left to us. We will leave this planet, this world, with this one reality.
La meditazione è accessibile tra l'altro solo quando abbiamo risolto tutti i nostri problemi.
The condition of meditation is only possible when we have fixed all other problems in the life.
Le nostre indisposizioni, le nostre malattie, i nostri disagi ci impediscono di fare questo viaggio verso questa realtà.
Our illnesses, our diseases, our problems, they make difficult the reaching of this reality, of this point.
Quando nel mio corpo c'è un dolore, io sono costretto a concentrarmi sul mio dolore, cioè a rimanere esteriorizzato per cercare una soluzione per questo dolore.
When I feel pain, I'm very much concentrated into this pain because I want to get rid of it, and I cannot focus on other.
Quando un'emozione mi turba, richiama la mia attenzione.
When an emotion really hurts me, really calls me to this point.
Come lo yoga e l'Ayurveda indicano, questo aspetto è accessibile quando io sono nella perfetta salute.
As yoga and Ayurveda taste, I can reach this point when I'm in a perfect state.
Ed è molto simbolica e molto indicativa. Ripeto una volta in più perché lo dico sempre, il significato della come viene tradotta la parola salute in sanscrito.
And it's very important, it's got a very important symbology, a sentence. The sentence that Ayurveda, in which Ayurveda describes the state of wellness, of health.
Swastha, che significa essere nel proprio sé.
The word is swastha, that literally means be in his own self.
La meditazione è la via per andare a conoscere questo sé.
Meditation is a way leading us to towards the knowledge of this very self.
La meditazione è la via per andare a conoscere quella goccia dell'oceano che sta dentro di noi.
The meditation is the way, the road that leads us to reach that drop, the drop that is inside ourselves, that is part of the ocean.
L'oceano è l'essenza universale, la spiritualità universale.
The ocean is the universal essence, the universal spirit.
In me c'è soltanto una goccia di questo oceano.
Inside me, there is just one drop of this infinite ocean.
Ma questa goccia ha la stessa natura dell'oceano. Anche se noi analizzassimo chimicamente una goccia dell'oceano, potremmo conoscere l'oceano.
But this very little drop inside has got the same essence of the ocean. If, for instance, we do take a drop of the ocean and we do chemically go and analyze it, we manage to discover the essence of the ocean itself.
Quando effettivamente conosco e pratico questa goccia di spiritualità, sono a contatto della spiritualità universale.
When I do get in touch with this drop, and spiritually, I get in touch with the total essence of the ocean.
Il sé è stato definito dagli antichi con tre qualità.
The self has been described by the ancient sages with three qualities.
Sat viene indicata come l'unica realtà.
Sat, that means that indicates the only one reality.
Chit, che fa riferimento alla coscienza.
Chit is referring to the consciousness.
E Ananda, che è la sua natura.
And Ananda, which indicates its own nature.
Dopo che avremo superato i nostri disagi e i nostri klesha, questa via che ci porta verso questa conoscenza sarà aperta.
After we've been going through all the difficulties and all our kleshas, we can reach and get in touch with this reality.
La via per poter guidare una persona a di fare i primi passi è semplicemente questa. Voglio dare anche un'indicazione un po' pratica.
Now I would like to express a practical part, a practical way to reach.
La strada verso la meditazione trascendentale inizia con il risveglio della consapevolezza.
The way towards that lead us to the transcendental meditation is it goes through the awakening of the self, of the consciousness.
Forse sarebbe meglio partire ancora prima e dire che il primo esercizio sarebbe quello di risvegliare lo stato dell'attenzione.
Maybe we can go a little bit farther back, doing a back step. So the first step can start out of the awakening of our attention.
L'attenzione che ci fa scoprire che noi viviamo troppo identificati nelle cose, nell'esterno.
Attention as awareness that, for instance, awareness that we are very much attached to the external world.
Quindi bisogna passare in un processo di disidentificazione prima.
So we have to go basically through a disidentification process.
Poi tutto questo che diviene consapevolezza.
With all these, you reach all the consciousness.
La via ci porta alla coscienza.
And the way leads us to the consciousness.
E la coscienza direttamente al sé.
And the consciousness reaches directly the self.
Questa è quella che noi chiamiamo la meditazione trascendentale.
This is what we do call transcendental meditation.
Ma tutti i tipi di meditazione volgono a questo.
All the other types of meditation, they go towards this point.
Adesso voglio lasciare questo spazio a Madame Chabuk dalla Turchia, che vi guiderà in una meditazione pratica.
And now I would like to leave a next step and the stage to Madame Kabuk that will lead us through a practical meditation.
Grazie come sempre per avermi seguito.
Thank you
Namaste.
very much indeed for following me. Namaste.
Thank you very much, respected Swamiji, for guiding us through the concept of transcendental meditation and inspiring European Yoga Federation and United Consciousness by your deeds, conducts, and thoughts. We are highly blessed. Thank you very much, Swamiji.
I feel honored to welcome and introduce our esteemed guest, Madam Lourdes Julian de Plato Cabok. She was born in the Philippines in 1950. She graduated from the University of Santo Tomas in the Philippines with a bachelor's degree in medical technology. She worked on art, beauty, and spiritual development. In the beginning of 1980s, she received an education in yoga, natural stones and healing exercise with crystals from a teacher who was a student of Master Osho Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh. She attended lessons of various teachers in India. She gained knowledge and experience in yoga, precious and semi-precious stones in USA. From 1990 onwards, she gained experience in Hatha Yoga, Kundalini Yoga and Kriya Yoga, tutored by Yoga Master Adnanananda Siddhiviho Kabuk. She attended Raj Yoga, Kundalini Yoga lessons from Guruji Dr. Anant K. Atre. She received her yoga certificate from Vivekananda Yoga School. With the encouragement of Master Kabuk, she carried out researches and studies on how to delay and reverse the effects of aging and on natural beauty. And that's how Beauty, Youth and Face Yoga was born. Since 2000, she is teaching and sharing knowledge Hatha Yoga, Kriya Yoga and Raja Yoga, Kundalini Yoga together with Youth Face Beauty Yoga in YAASC Siddhashram Yoga Center in Sicily, Istanbul. She is wife and assistant of Master Guruji Yogi Baba Adnan Ananda Siddhiviho Kabuk. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Madam Kabuk.
Hello, namaste, welcome. I hope I'm audible. Can you give me a sign that I'm audible?
Yes, you are audible and visible both. You're welcome, madam.
Thank you so much. I'm now here in the south of Turkey and joined by two of our students. And on behalf of the United Consciousness and the European Yoga Federation, we convey our heartfelt gratitude for joining the Soul Awakening event, with the hope that our message of peace and love reach everyone to the ends of the earth and beyond. We will try to reach that meditative state so that at the end of this physical exercises, you may allow yourself to stay in a meditative state for as long as it allows you. Therefore, I reiterate now my gratitude for sharing with us this meaningful moment. The organizers may cut this video when the time allotted has come to an end, and be in peace. Namaste. As little time we have together during this session to be able to achieve that meditative state, please let all of us leave any information, any beliefs we have gathered till this moment in a safe corner. And now let us sit comfortable position to be able to achieve that meditative state. Let us go together to do some mindful practices, affirmation, and breathing exercises. Being aware of our whole body from your toes to the head, I try to tense slowly each part of the body from the toes to the head. Inhale, visualize the toes, the ankles, the legs, knees, thighs, torso, the head, and the face muscle. And relax. Breathe out. Second time, inhale, tense your toes, your feet, your ankles, your legs, your knees, your thighs, your torso, your face muscles. Breathe out and relax. One more time. Tense all our muscle beginning from the toes, the feet, the ankles, the legs, the knees, the thighs, the torso, and your face muscle. Breathe out and relax. Let us empty our minds. Let us be free from all thoughts and aspirations. Just surrender to the flow of energy. Let that energy that is alive in us merge with the energy of the whole universe. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your spine straight. Imagine a line drawn from your root chakra to the Sahasrara chakra. And as you inhale deeply, draw that energy from the earth through the top of your head and out back to the universe. And as you exhale, imagine that same line from the Sahasrara chakra down to the root chakra, bringing that energy all the way back to the earth, grounding us. Let us do the inhalation following that line from the earth to the universe, exhaling from the top and down to the root chakra. Let's do it 5 times more. Inhale from root chakra. Bring it up all the way to the head. Release it to the universe. Exhale from the top, going down to the root chakra, giving it back to the earth. 3 more times. Inhale from the earth through the root chakra, all the way to the head, and release it to the universe. Exhale from the top, bring it down all the way to the earth. Last 2 times, inhale from down, all the way up. Release it to the universe. Exhale from the top, all the way down. Release it to the earth. Last time, inhale from the root chakra. Close your eyes, all the way to the top. Exhale from the top, all the way down, and release it to the earth. Keep your eyes closed. Now let's open the channels so we go more deeper and hasten our merging to our channels, the left and the right channels. Let us sit on our left heels together. Sit on your left heels as possible. We'll open the right channel with your left hand, the left middle finger. Push the middle of the ear, and we will breathe in. We will close the left nostril. We will breathe in from the nose and the mouth all together, simultaneously visualizing the line that we previously imagined from the root chakra to the top, from the top to the root chakra to the earth. Same visualization, but with this movement. Let's go and do it together. Inhale, mouth and nose. Exhale. Inhale from down. Bring it up. Exhale from top. Bring it down. Inhale down. Bring it up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale downwards. Inhale upwards. Exhale downwards. Inhale upwards. Exhale downwards. Last 2. Inhale upwards. Exhale downwards. Last round. Inhale upwards. And exhale down. Release your hands. Come in Chin Mudra or Gyan Mudra. Doesn't matter. Now let's open the left channel. Let's sit over our right heel if possible. Bend your head over to the right with your right hand and the Middle finger, push the middle ear. And with your left ring finger, close the right nostril. Same line we follow. Inhale from the left. Bring the energy from the earth towards your channel up to the Sahasrara. Exhale Sahasrara all the way down to the earth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last 3 rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up to the top. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale up to the top. Exhale, bring it down. And last round, inhale from the bottom up. Exhale from the top downwards. Release your arms. Go back in Chin Mudra or Gyan Mudra, whatever you feel comfortable. Now let's do the Chandra Nadi Shodhana. Visualize only without using your fingers or your arms. Just visualization. Follow the breath. Now there's a line running from the right nostril to the third eye. Follow that line. Inhale right nostril to the third chakra. Exhale from Ajna to right nostril. Inhale right nostril, third eye. Exhale right nostril. Inhale right, third eye. Exhale, third eye, right nostril. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And relax. Let's do now the now it's the Chandra. The other one was the Surya, now it's the Chandra. Chandra Nadi Shodhana. Let's inhale from the left nostril to the third eye. Third eye to the left nostril. Inhale left. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale left. 2 more times. Inhale left. Exhale left. Inhale left. Third eye. Exhale third eye, left nostril. And 1 more time. Inhale left nostril, third eye. Exhale from the third eye to the left nostril and relax. Now visualize a triangle, both Surya and the Chandra nadis. Inhale both nostril, bring it to the third eye. Exhale from the third eye to both nostril. Inhale both nostril, third eye. Exhale. Inhale, follow the line. Exhale, draw that line. Inhale, visualize the line. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. Come to a relaxed position. Close your eyes. Let's do 3 yogic breaths. Feel the lower lungs. Inhale. Continue middle lungs. Continue upper lung and hold. Without exhaling, inhale lower lung. Inhale middle lung. Inhale upper lung and hold. Exhale from the mouth. One more time. Inhale, lower lung, middle lung, upper lung. Hold. Without exhaling, again, inhale, lower lung, middle lung, upper lung. Feel it and hold. Without exhaling, again, inhale more, lower lung, middle lung. Feel the lung as much as you can and hold. Breathe out from your mouth. One more time, last time. Inhale, lower lung, middle lung, upper lung. Hold. Without exhaling, inhale more, lower, middle, upper. Hold. More, inhale, middle, upper. Hold. Breathe out from the mouth. Visualize your third eye. Let's go to that line running through the root chakra up to the sahasrara. Follow this breath all the way until your mind vanishes, until everything in your thought vanishes. Just keep that breathing, follow that line. Breathing in from the earth to the top of your head, to the universe. Exhaling from the universe, going through you all the way down, giving it back to the earth. Follow that line. Inhale. Exhale. And as you inhale this prana, this energy, you are revived. Feel the whole body rejuvenating. And as you exhale, you release all your tensions, release all the negativities. Same pattern, just inhale and exhale, following that line and being one with the universe. Again, the organizers can cut this video. With those who want to stay in the meditative state can go on as long as it allows you to. Be in peace. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you very much, respected Kabak ma'am. It was very touching, and everybody must have felt it at their heart, this meditation that you guided. We are so blessed with your presence.
Thank you.
Ci avviamo alla chiusura.
We are going towards the closing time.
Non è una chiusura. Siamo nell'infinito e niente finisce.
We are, but really not a closing time as we are in the universe.
Sono sicuro che io e il dottor Vikrant insieme già siamo attivi per preparare qualcos'altro, per organizzare qualche altro evento.
And I'm sure that Dr. Vikrant and I, we are ready and to organize a new event.
Non finisce mai, come il fluire dell'universo non finisce mai. L'energia che noi raccogliamo dall'universo per servire meglio le nostre discipline.
It's a never-ending keeping on going. It's like in the universe, like the universal flowing of energy. All this energy is coming to us, and that we are giving it back in order to offer it the service to the. Is offering it to the as a service to the practice and to the discipline we are in.
Dopo questo meraviglioso evento in particolare voglio ringraziare il dottor Vikrant e anche tutto lo staff che sta dietro, lo staff tecnico che sta dietro di lui.
And as going towards the end, I really would like to say thanks to Dr. Vikranji and to all the amazing technical staff that is helping him and is behind him.
La vicinanza a me del dottor Vikrant mi fa sentire con 30 anni meno perché ha una carica energetica. Io l'ho soprannominato il vulcano.
And staying close to Dr. Vikranji, it let me feel like 30 years less. He's got such a powerful energy. I called him as a volcano.
Come naturalmente stiamo già pensando al prossimo evento che sarà quello di novembre, che ricordo ancora che in Germania in novembre la Federazione Europea si ritroverà in presenza, finalmente saremo lì tutti in presenza e finalmente potremo abbracciarci tutti.
And we are also ready in organizing the next program that will be run in November. As I said before, in Germany, and it will be alive, so we can physically embrace each other.
A uno alla volta voglio ringraziare tutti i partecipanti, iniziando da Amy G, Gayatri Devi G,
And
che ha presentato questa bella conferenza sullo yoga and science.
And I would like to say thanks each and one of you, one by one, starting from dear Amy Blasio, Amy G, Gayatri Devi, who expressed this beautiful conference about yoga and science.
Amy è italiana, come sapete.
Amy is Italian, as you already know.
Ringrazio di vero cuore anche Sukadev, il mio fratello Sukadev, che conosco da tanti anni e anche con lui abbiamo fatto tante belle cose assieme.
And I also like to say thanks to Sukadev Ji. He's just like my brother. For so many years we've been knowing each other and we've been organizing so many things together.
Il tema che ha trattato in questa occasione era Yogic Technique for Controlling Mind.
The program Sukadev Ji was running was a yogic technique for controlling mind.
Grazie al caro Andrei Lobanov che dalla Russia.
I would like to say thanks to Andrei Lobanov, he's from Russia.
Quando penso a questi momenti difficili, sto pensando alla Russia e all'Ucraina, sto pensando che noi abbiamo acceso una luce grazie ad Andrei in Russia e grazie ad Andrei, una luce d'amore in Ucraina.
And when I think about this moment and I'm thinking about Russia and Ukraine, I know that a very difficult time we are running through, but we are glad as a little light has been light. As many thanks to Andrei from Russia and Andriy from Ukraine. They're both together in the federation.
Oggi non era qui con noi Andriy, però era come se fosse stato qua con noi.
Andriy, that is from Ukraine, he was not with us today, but it seems that he was with us anyway.
Così come tutte le persone che non hanno potuto essere presenti erano i nostri consiglieri, i nostri fratelli, i nostri rappresentanti di tutte le nazioni, erano tutti con noi.
And like all the others that were not being physically here today, I'm talking about the advisors, I'm talking about the representative, I'm talking about all the friends that they were not here today physically, but they were here spiritually.
Una volta in più ringrazio il dottor Vikrant per aver guidato con tanta esperienza e così bene la tavola rotonda.
Once again, I really would like to say thanks to Dr. Vikranji, who was leading such an amazing panel discussion.
Ringrazio Jadranko Miklec che è venuto a rappresentare la Croazia.
Many thanks to Jadranko Miklec, who represents Croatia.
Tanti ringraziamenti al mio caro fratello Yogi Baba Adnan, che amo.
Many thanks to my brother Yogi Baba Nan, who I love so much.
Swami Tureya dal Belgio.
Swami Tureya from Belgium.
Anna Galovikova dalla Slovacchia.
Anna Galovikova from Slovakia.
Hanno dato vita a una tavola rotonda veramente bella, veramente interessante. Grazie.
They all gave us such an amazing and beautiful life to an amazing panel discussion. Really, many thanks to you.
Naturalmente un caro grazie agli artisti che hanno portato la loro opera nel nostro evento, creando quel momento di sollievo, quel momento di bellezza che ci è particolarmente cara.
Many thanks to the artists who bring us into an artistical life, who brought beauty and a light part to this event.
Infine, grazie a Madame Chabuk per quella bellissima meditazione che ha guidato.
Thanks to Madame Chabuk for the amazing meditation who was led by her.
Vi abbraccio tutti e vi dico che non riposerete, perché ricominceremo a chiamarvi per altri eventi, perché il nostro dovere è di servire, è il nostro modo di servire e portare lo yoga e la Ayurveda nel mondo come ambasciatori.
So once again, thanks, and I'm telling you that we are not going to rest. I will call you soon in order to organize something else, in order to serve this amazing discipline, as we are here as ambassadors of this discipline.
Come se foste qui con me, io vi abbraccio, anche se virtualmente vi abbraccio tutti, vi voglio bene. Grazie mille.
And virtually, even though if you're not here with me physically, but virtually I embrace each and one of you. I love you all.
Arrivederci, non è un addio, è un arrivederci, a presto.
So see you soon is not sort of a farewell, but is we'll see soon each other.
Namaste to all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, respected Swamiji.
Dear brothers and sisters, I'm sorry I left early. I had to come to the festival to run the place in Istanbul. I'm apologizing, but I am with you again. Love to everybody from Istanbul.
Thank you. And on behalf of United Consciousness, we also want to extend our gratitude towards Simran, who has been instrumental for making it all happen. Mohsin, who was the technical support through whom you could see this event happening. Aishwarya, who was responsible for bringing those beautiful pictures to all of us. I would also like to...
I don't hear very well your voice.
You may need to mute, Babaji. You may need to mute probably.
Sorry, I don't hear so well.
No worries. I also would like to thank Daniela, Christine, and the showstopper, Sarah, who managed all this thing happen. So we have angels of United Consciousness and we have angels of European Yoga Federation together making it happen. Needless to add that Amelia ji always became the voice of respected Swamiji. And thank you, Amelia ji, for facilitating everything. All the respected guests and our board members, Swamiji has already thanked them. What can be a better opportunity today to get one-liner message for the world on this International Yoga Day? So I'll request Jadranko ji for a one-liner message to the world on this International Yoga Day.
Yes, I thank everyone here for having participated today on yesterday in this celebration of yoga, a discipline that is a great help for every person on the planet. And I believe yoga, precious means that should be spread all over the world, especially in those who have the destiny of each nation in their hands, to enlighten mind and hearts, and lead them to seek peace and not conflicts.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Amiji, for your blessings. At Jadrankoji, your
Yes.
one message.
Yes, I would like just that we all understand that we are the children of the universe and that we are brothers and sisters even beyond this planet Earth. Wherever life is, we are all one. And to cherish that and bring peace in the universe and the earth and everywhere.
Thank you. Thank you, Jadrankoji. That was profound. I'll request Madam Kabab for your one-liner message.
Yes, and I hope and pray that our message of peace and love will reach everyone, even into the ends of the earth and beyond that.
Thank you. One-liner message from you, Amelia Ji.
Thank you. May the blessings of this day, the beautiful words, the beautiful sharing, the beautiful way towards the knowledge of this little drop, as many drops together will form the ocean. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you. Welcome. Your message, Sarah.
Hi, namaste everyone. I just want to thank, and I'm really grateful just to be part of all this group, because I think when you smile and you're grateful for what you've got, you actually bring peace to everyone. Thank you so much.
So beautiful. Your message, Andrew Ji, to the world on this International Day of Yoga, one-liner message. Andrew Ji from Russia, one-liner message to the world on this International Day of Yoga.
Слышно нас?
Can you hear us?
Yep. Your one-liner message to the world.
У нас какие-то проблемы с техническими, мы не можем
We have some
подсоединиться.
technical problems, so...
Спасибо всем за очень содержательный и интересный день, неделю йоги.
Thank you everybody for a very interesting day and a week of yoga,
Который еще продолжается.
which still continues.
Вот. Большая благодарность организаторам, Амадио, доктору Викрант, всем участникам. Мы очень были рады вместе с вами быть.
Great gratitude to organizers, Dr. Vikrant and Amadio and everybody who organized this event.
Так что всем удачи и благополучия.
We were happy to be the part of this event and we wish everybody luck and joy.
Новых проектов, успешных проектов.
New project, new successful projects.
И мы рады участвовать во всех начинаниях.
And we are happy to participate in all beginnings.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And dear friends, I would like to, we have received a message and blessings from the respected Swamiji already. So now I would like to invite all of you for the forthcoming programs. On the 23rd June, we have a program with EYF Australia and United Consciousness. And then on 25th and 26th of June, again, we will get an opportunity to listen respected Swamiji and many masters from different parts of the world on the subject yoga and life. So I invite all of you to be there with us in the next weekend also, 25th and 26th of June 2022. And looking forward to meet all of you physically in November in our symposium together with the blessings of respected Swamiji. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's it.